And to the northern border of Israel, the border with Lebanon, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu increasing the rhetoric about the worry of increasing clashes, a possible full-scale war. There has been an increase of cross-border skirmishes in recent weeks. I want to go first to Beirut, actually, because there's two issues there, two stories. One is Beirut Airport and allegations that it's being used to store explosives for missiles for the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. It's an investigation by the UK Telegraph newspaper, quoting whistleblowers, claiming Lebanon's main civilian airport has received a huge cache of Iranian-made weapons being used against the IDF. Lebanese officials have been speaking in the past few hours about the claims. Let's go there. Let's bring in our correspondent, Rawad Taha. Rawad, first of all, great to have you on the programme. Good to talk to you as always. Just bring us up to date with what's going on with these allegations.
So earlier today, we saw the British newspaper, The Telegraph, issuing or releasing an article where it mentioned that whistleblowers and sources have confirmed that Beirut Airport has been used as a transit and as a storage facility for Hezbollah's weapons. In particular, they mentioned Iranian-made Falak artillery rockets, Fatah short-range missiles, M600 long-range ballistic missiles, anti-tank and laser-guided ammunition, along with other explosive material. Now, this is not the first time that we hear such allegations targeting the Beirut airport. In particular, we saw Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu a few years ago highlighting that an area very close and adjacent to the Beirut airport has been used by Hezbollah for storing weapons coming directly from Iran on Iranian planes. Now, back then, during that time, those claims were refuted by Lebanese officials, and the Lebanese officials planned an escorted visit to the airport and its facilities for foreign media and for ambassadors and foreign personnel. And this is also the case today. So only just a few minutes before our conversation, the Public Works and Transport Minister Ali Hamiyeh dismissed that article by the British newspaper, and he actually labeled it as ridiculous. He said that the airport is completely safe and that no storage facilities at the airport are being used by Hezbollah in particular for storing any weapons. And he also invited the foreign press and ambassadors or whoever could be sent instead of ambassadors of foreign countries, and in particular the US, France, and other countries, to actually visit the airport tomorrow, Monday morning at 10 a.m. and explore all the buildings and underground facilities of the airport to make sure that there is no weapons stored in any of the facilities. So this is not the first time we hear this back and forth about the Beirut airport, which is the only civilian airport in Lebanon being used by Hezbollah. We've seen numerous claims by the Israeli, by some Lebanese political actors, including prominent political parties within the opposition. And always we've seen these refutation coming from the Lebanese officials.
OK, so ground staff who are saying, according to the Telegraph, that they've witnessed this. Officials, you say in Lebanon, saying, come here, look at it, this is not going on. Rawad, also today, off the back of these comments by Antonio Guterres, the UN Secretary-General, saying that, quote, one rash move between Hezbollah and the IDF could trigger a catastrophe and a second full frontal war. More Hezbollah attacks today.
Indeed, we've seen at least 3 attacks by Hezbollah, which were deep into Israeli territory. We've seen, in particular, 3 drone attacks by Hezbollah going into Israeli territory that is not adjacent to the border, that is not evacuated. We've seen an unmanned drone, a UAV, which was targeting a military site or a factory for weapons and missiles, as claimed by Hezbollah. However, the Israeli side has claimed that UAV was intercepted and it did not reach its intended target, which was the Rafael military factory. So, yes, we've seen some more tension alongside the border today, at least from Hezbollah's side. That is coming only only after Hezbollah issued last midnight a threatening video where it showcased a number of coordinates and a number of locations that it intends to attack in the case of a full-scale war. That included the Ben Gurion airport in Israel, included other facilities, oil and gas rigs in the Eastern Mediterranean.
Yeah.
However, from the Israeli side today, we haven't in particular seen any deep airstrikes yet or any assassinations of commanders or operatives or field commanders like yesterday or the day before. So we've seen attacks from Hezbollah today, retaliation by the Israeli army to the area adjacent to the border, but no deep Israeli airstrikes into southern Lebanon or other areas of Lebanon, at least until this hour.
Okay, Rawad, good to talk to you. Rawad Taha, our correspondent in Beirut.